In new member appointments, I often spend a large chunk of my time on an idea that was expressed well by a theologian named Paul Tillich. Tillich talked about the difference between faith and theology. Faith, on the one hand, he called primary phenomenon. Faith is what happens when Moses is out in the desert and he sees a burning bush. And God is revealed to him in that bush, and in Moses, faith is born. Or it's what happens when Peter and Andrew are walking beside the Sea of Galilee, and they see Jesus and believe that God is present in a special way in Jesus, and in Peter and Andrew, faith is born. Theology, on the other hand, said Tillich, is secondary reflection upon faith. It's how we try to make sense of the idea that God is being revealed in a burning bush. Or it's how we try to understand that God is being revealed in this special person, Jesus. This distinction between faith and theology is so important, I think, because in many places today, they are welded together into an inseparable whole. And in some faith communities which you may approach, you'll find that you can't question an article of faith or a particular dogma without your faith being called into question. Your theology, in a sense, determines what your faith should be, and so you're indoctrinated into a certain way of thinking. It's the difference between faith and theology that makes our congregation such a special place, I think, and allows us to participate in true education. You can come with a particular understanding of faith, and I can have a particular understanding of faith, two different theologies, but each of us can be assured that God has been working in our lives and that our experience and our faith is authentic. In one of the congregations I served, we ministers served in the shadow of a former legendary pastor who had guided that congregation through the years of the Great Depression and the trying times of World War II. And this pastor was known for ending his appointments with prospective new members by snapping closed his pocket watch, saying it's time to go, and then saying something like, "We can accept you with whatever understanding or set of experiences or quality of faith that you have as you approach us. The real question is, as you think about joining our church, can you accept us?" It still seems to me to be a very fitting question for our time. Here at First Presbyterian, we can accept you where you are in terms of your faith and your understanding of God. Do you want to join with a congregation that thinks about these things together and seeks to build common understanding and consensus? Can you accept us?